The Mage Tower is back in a time walking version for a week during Legion time walking. The challenge feels new, as not only will your gear be scaled down to level 45, your Shadowlands legendaries and Covenant abilities won't work, and in some cases, older consumables and gear will scale better for the fights. All current guides offer different advice and different approaches to the Mage Tower. As such, I can only tell you what I did to beat the tanking challenge on my Vengeance Demon Hunter. And as a small disclaimer, I do not main Vengeance, and the final bit of the execution does get a bit messy. Regardless, I beat it, and so I offer you some of my advice for your own fight. You can then choose to try some, or none of it. Regardless of what you do, best of luck, you've got this. First off, this is the gear set I used on my Vengeance Demon Hunter. For my headpiece, I used a current crit haste Shadowlands piece. For my neck, I used the very useful Heart of Azeroth, which has got 3 stats, crit, haste and mastery. As for my shoulders, it's another current Shadowlands piece with crit and versatility. The back is the Shroud of Resolve from BFA, which also has 3 stats and is also very, very useful in the Mage Tower. Chest is another current Shadowlands piece. The same goes for the braces. As you can see, overall, I try to focus on haste and versatility and avoid mastery as much as possible. Then for hands, I used my legendary. While the effect or the use doesn't work on it, you still got the incredibly useful stats, which are haste and versatility. Then my waist is crit, versatility and leech, and it has a socket with a versatility gem inserted into it. For my legs, I actually went and bought some PvP legs, which has a very high amount of versatility and haste on them. As for my boots, it's another current piece, crit haste. My rings are also current rings with haste, and in this case it's versatility and mastery, and enchanted with versatility, and this one has got a haste gem inserted into it. And let's not forget the weapons, where I used a double blood spiller, which I was lucky enough to get 2 of. Both of them with high crit and high versatility, and enchanted with a lightless force enchantment. As for trinkets, I went into the Emerald Nightmare and got the Ravaged Seed Pod trinket, and damn did that make a big difference. I highly recommend, if you have the time, go in and kill the first boss in the raid for a chance at the trinket. It deals enough damage to take down the nether horrors every other time they spawn, and helps you cleave as well. Second trinket I have is the Blood Spattered Scale, which is incredibly useful both for defensive and offensive inside the Mage Tower, so I recommend that if you have it. Overall, Highlord Kruul has 2 phases. In both, you must focus on taunting while keeping yourself and Waylon alive. And Waylon is squishy, so stay vigilant. He caused me quite some trouble on some of my attempts. For phase 1, my general advice is to try and use Spirit Bomb and Soul Cleave when the Nether Horror ads spawn. The healing from the abilities will taunt the ads, so you don't have to jump to Waylon to save him from them. For phase 2, I recommend not waiting too long with your major cooldowns. During my fight, I would not have survived the 4th Annihilation if not for the Last Stand talent. So burn down Kruul as fast as you can so you won't die to Annihilation. Be sure to kick every single Twisted Reflection, and don't be afraid to use the Holy Wards that Waylon casts. These are my talents for the fight against Kruul. As previously mentioned, Last Stand saved my behind and helped me win the fight, so I highly recommend not going into this fight without it. Spirit Bomb is not a necessity, but it particularly helped me with getting aggro from the Nether Horrors and taking them down quickly while cleaving Varys and any potential Infernals around me. And lastly, Quickened Sigils are so important to interrupt the Nether Horrors when they cast Netherstorm. As for consumables, I used a mix of current and old ones. I used the Greater Flask of the Currents for the highest increase of the main stat agility. I used Shadow Core Oil on both of my weapons, along with a potion of Phantom Fire. This potion, along with the Drums of the Mountain, which are Legion drums, I used just as the second phase began, and I felt like I had the space to deal a lot of damage to Kruul. Furthermore, I used heavy Desolate Armor Kits for extra armor, a spiritual healing potion in dire situations, and lastly, the food I used were both Feasts of Gluttonous Hedonism and Steak a la Mode for the versatility stat. When I say both, I used the feasts on serious attempts where I thought I'd have a better chance of clearing the challenge. However, I actually won on an attempt where I was cheap and used Steak a la Mode, so you can use both. Finally, I recommend ring enchantments and gems which boost your versatility in this fight, and other enchantments to deal extra damage, such as Slightless Force, Sinful Revelation, and Eternal Skirmish. With all of that out of the way, here is my fight and defeat of Highlord Kruul in the 9.1.5 Mage Tower Challenge.
Fools! I am empowered by the souls of 1,000 conquered worlds. Even a fraction of my power will be enough to destroy you. Not so fast.
It's still recharging. Four, three, two, one. Four, three, two, one. I'm out. I'm out of range. It's too far. 4, 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
I need to get closer. It is too far away. I need to target something first.
4, 3, 2, 1.
4, 3, 2, 1. It's not there.
3, 2, 1.
I don't have a target. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm out of range.
Infinite. Our numbers are endless. Bow before the might of the Burning Legion.
We will never bow!
I need to
Stand strong, champion. Do not give up. You are all that remains. There is no hope.
Four, three, two, one.
No one is coming to save.
I'm out of range.
It is you who are alone, Kruul. Your time has come. 4, 3, 2, 1. This is not possible.
4, 3, 2, 1.
This is not possible.
1. I need to target something first.
So be it. You will not stand in our way any longer. Behold the wrath of Kruul!
4, 3, 2, 1.
He is overloading himself with power. Look out!